Shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutation. Well, Salakia, I keep forgetting. My bad. I'm not a part of a GMS or affiliate camp, so I'm just an affiliate brother. So I can't really give double honors, but I can say salutations. So salutations and shalom to shalom and salutations to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and to the Hakim out there spreading this truth like wildfire in all truthfulness and in all sincerity. And shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect out there. Well, it looks like the U.S. is about to intervene in Iran. Breaking: President Trump is weighing potential military intervention in Iran following deadly protests in the country, U.S. officials tell CNN. And I got a article on that. And let me get it. Trump weighs potential military intervention in Iran. It's just in. President Donald Trump is weighing a series of potential military options in Iran following deadly protests in the country, two officials told CNN, as he considers following through on his recent threats to strike the Iranian regime should it use lethal force against civilians. Trump was briefed in recent days on different plans for intervention. The officials told CNN as violence in the country has led to dozens of deaths and arrests. Some of the discussions have also included options that do not involve direct military for U.S. military force, one of the officials said. A number of options presented to the president have centered on targeting Tehran's security services being used to tamp down the protests, the U.S. official said. However, there are concerns inside the administration that military strikes could backfire and undermine the protests. The concerns, the official said, are that strikes could have the unintended effect of rallying the Iranian people to support the government or lead Iran to retaliate with military force of its own. The president has not yet made a final decision on intervention, the official said, but he's seriously considering action as the death toll in Iran continues to rise. The options that the president is considering do not involve putting boots on the ground in Iran, a senior White House official told CNN. Hey, not yet. Not yet. But it's escalating. U.S.-based human rights activist news agency HRANA reports that 116 people have been killed since protests erupted across all 31 of Iran's provinces 2 weeks ago. It remains clear whether HRANA's tally fully captures the scale of casualties, given the authorities' nationwide shutdown of internet access and telephone lines. "Quote unquote, Iran is looking at freedom perhaps like never before," Trump posted to social media on Saturday. "Quote unquote, the USA stands ready to help." And they're coming with this color revolution in Iran like they tried to do before in '09, the Green Revolution. And they want to install the Shah of Iran former Shah of Iran back in power, basically. That's what they want to do. And have Iran be a puppet country of the U.S. and the West, the U.S. and the so-called State of Israel. On Friday, so that's what they're doing. It's another color revolution. But continuing on Friday, Trump told reporters they want to try to do Iran like Libya, man, basically. But on Friday, Trump told reporters that if Iran engaged in daily violence against protesters, the U.S. would, quote-unquote, get involved. I've made the statement very strongly that if they start killing people like they have in the past, we will get involved, Trump said during a meeting with oil executives. And that doesn't mean boots on the ground, but it means hitting them very, very hard where it hurts. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Israeli Prime Minister. Yeah, because if they put boots on the ground, they're not ready for it yet. If they put boots on the ground, then Russia's gonna get involved. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Israeli Prime Minister, and Iran ain't no joke either. And Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, I call him not a Jew because he's not a Jew. He's a JOO, not a JEW. You know, he's not a real JEW. He's a JOO. Spoke Saturday about the ongoing protests. Two sources familiar with the call said the leaders also discussed the situation in Syria and Gaza. They said the Israeli Defense Forces said Sunday it is monitoring developments in Iran as the country enters its third week of anti-government protests. The quote-unquote the protests are an internal Iranian matter. Nevertheless, the IDF is prepared defensively and is continuously improving its capabilities and operational readiness, quote-unquote an IDF spokesperson said in a statement. Meanwhile, not a Jew is set to convene a limited security consultation Sunday evening with the developments in Iran and Lebanon high on the agenda, according to an Israeli source. The CNN wire. Okay, yeah. So we getting closer to that time, man. They about to do airstrikes in Iran. And eventually there's gonna be boots on the ground. And eventually that's what they're gonna do. Esau is doing this shit in stages. But eventually there's gonna be boots on the ground, like in Joel 2:20. Like it says here. But I will remove far from you the northern army, and will drive him into a land barren and desolate, with his face toward the east sea, and his hinder part towards the utmost sea. And his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he hath done great things, man. And basically, the U.S. troops are getting ready to be sent into the sandbox again. You know, the AKA the so-called Middle East, or Western Asia. You know, military dudes call it the sandbox. But yeah, hey, Esau, Edom, you know, he's basically just like how they got the U.S. into World War II. They described as frog marching, which frog marching. Let me get it. forceful way of someone making a frog march is a forceful way of making someone walk forward. Originally by police carrying a prisoner face down, holding their limbs, but now often means physically propelling someone with their arms held roughly behind their back. So that's what that is. But basically doing that, pushing the U.S. into World War III, and I could see the U.S. getting involved militarily in Iran during the second Trump administration. You know, eventually being, like militarily involved, like putting boots on the ground during the second Trump administration, because we're definitely heading in that direction. And let me get Jeremiah 50 and 45. I'll be bringing this out a lot because we're headed towards this. We're headed towards a fulfillment of what's being fulfilled. The least of the flock is drawing them out. The least of the flock being those Israelites, man. Those self-proclaimed so-called J-words, man. The J-O-O's. But verse 45, therefore hear ye the counsel of Yahweh that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he hath proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Verse 46, at the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations. And Babylon is about to be overthrown like Sodom and Gomorrah. Jeremiah 15 and 40, as Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith Yahweh, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein. Yeah, exactly. So, hey, it's going down. You know, we're getting closer to DJ Trump deploying actual boots on the ground in Iran. It's like steps towards it. But I hope this video was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations to the apostles. Oh, I keep saying double honors. Peace and salutations to the apostles and elders of peace and salutations, to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and to him out there spreading this truth like wildfire in all truthfulness and in all sincerity. And shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect out there. Hope this video was edifying to y'all for real. Stay strong. We're almost out of here. As you can see, the elect will endure unto the end. Shalom.